We are the Traveling Three. As an adventure-loving family of three, we've stepped away from the familiar cadence of daily life to travel the world and embrace the unknown. Our style is to travel slowly and experience the places and cultures we find ourselves in. Today, we're exploring Sarajevo. You may have heard about its war-torn history and that it's a place stuck in the past, but we're here to show you today's Sarajevo.
If we weren't traveling for so long, I would probably buy a few things here.
It's a vibrant cultural gem teeming with beauty and delicious food.
These are absolutely amazing with the jams over here.
I was going to show you guys the best place that we found for Durum in the city.
We're kicking things off with the usual attractions, and because we love getting off the beaten path, we'll be hitting the Dariva Trail for a little adventure.
That's when we tend to have a lot more fun, is when we get off the main path, go beyond where everybody else goes, and explore new things.
So grab a coffee, get comfy, and come along for the ride.
Good morning, everyone. It is just about 6 in the morning, and I think today was the rushed we've ever been getting out the door. Anyway, we're taking the train to Sarajevo, and we are super excited about that. So far, this seems like an incredibly basic train station. I don't even think there's benches.
Nope.
Right? No.
There's nothing here.
No, there's nothing
We think
here.
we're on the right platform, but we're not sure.
Yeah, so hopefully we make it to Sarajevo and not somewhere else. Thankfully, we made it on the correct train. We're on our way to Sarajevo now. The train is super basic. It is very nice and spacious and clean, but there are no drinks or food, so someone is a little bit cranky this morning. We didn't pack any food, unfortunately. It's a beautiful, scenic ride the entire time. You're going along the Neretva River.
After 2 hours of passing through beautiful Bosnian countryside and picturesque riverside villages, we arrived in Sarajevo. We took a 7-minute taxi ride to downtown Sarajevo, where we were greeted by the relaxing atmosphere of our beautiful Airbnb. The apartment was clean, very spacious, comfortable, and well-stocked, and the best part was the location. It was just a 1-minute walk from the Miljaka River Promenade and a few more minutes to the main city center.
We're really excited to go exploring today, so let's go see what this amazing city has to offer.
When you come to Sarajevo, you can expect to learn a lot of history, so we decided to start with the Latin Bridge.
This is the bridge where the Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated, which triggered the beginning of World War I. It's pretty crazy to think that this is the exact spot that triggered one of the worst wars in human history.
On our way to the main city center, we walked past Mostar roses, which are damaged from mortar strikes that have been filled in with red resin to commemorate those who have lost their lives in the streets of Sarajevo during the Bosnian Civil War. The Sacred Heart Cathedral, the largest cathedral in Bosnia, was heavily damaged during the war, but has since been restored and continues to stand as a testament to Sarajevo's ability to rise from the ashes of conflict. Just steps away from the cathedral is a bustling food scene, and we were ready for some coffee and breakfast.
We just finished having breakfast at Metropolis Cafe. It's a little cafe that is really close to the old town and the main downtown center in Sarajevo. It is really cute inside, super delicious, great service. We really enjoyed it. And now we're going to stop by another coffee shop. There is a Croatian coffee brand called Frank that I discovered when we were in Croatia. And I'm super excited because we found that they have an actual coffee shop here. So we're gonna go check it out and try some of that.
I like Frank coffee because of its rich flavor, and I use it to make espresso at home with my AeroPress, which I'll link in the description. As budget travelers, we often have coffee and cook at home, but it's also nice to enjoy the ambiance of a coffee shop every once in a while, especially in a budget-friendly city like Sarajevo.
Oh yeah, that is good. That is really good. So now that we've eaten and we're properly caffeinated, we're making our way to the location where the 1984 Olympics were held. There's actually a gondola that takes you up the mountain. It's about a 10-minute walk from the downtown area.
Also, once you get to the top, there's a whole bunch of different hiking trails that you can do up there. You could actually hike all the way up and all the way down, but it's the middle of summer, so we're at least going to take the gondola up. We'll see if we want to walk down, but probably not.
Sarajevo was the host city of the 1984 Winter Olympics, and Trebevic Mountain hosted the bobsledding and luge events. The tracks built here continued to be used for competitions until the Bosnian War in the early 1990s.
Come on, Mom, quickly! Big bullet, Lise, you're behind!
This is such a beautiful view. I love how you can see all the red roofs as you get higher and higher. And then you also get a good view of the downtown area over there. If you didn't want to ride the gondola and wanted to save a bit of money, because it is 30 marks each person, you could save that money and hike up to the top. During like the winter or the spring or autumn, I think it'd be a lot of fun. But because it's the middle of summer and 36 degrees today, we decided to take the gondola.
So today was supposed to be a high of 36 degrees Celsius, but up here in the mountain, it actually feels way cooler. So the temperature is great. I think we might actually end up going hiking. It is so beautiful up here, you guys. They also have a food truck. Well, it's not really a food truck. It's like a snack truck, and the prices are great. They don't have paper maps up here, so if you come here, make sure you take a picture of the map at the entrance so that you can figure out where you're going, because they do have a lot of trails that branch off, and it can get confusing.
Wow, Aaliyah, look at this viewpoint. And look, there's the old town. You could actually see our Airbnb way down there.
As you're walking along the trail here, there are informational posts which tell you a little bit about the history of this area. And one thing we learned is that this entire mountain up here was actually seized by the Serbians during the war, and it was mined. So there was landmines all over the place. This trail up here was abandoned because of that. They demined it, so it's all been demined and repaved and redone.
So we noticed that the entrance price has increased quite a bit. I think it used to be around 10 marks a year ago, and now it's 30 marks per person to enter. However, we see that they've done a lot of work here. The park is very well maintained. There's a paved path throughout the whole thing. They have like garbage cans and benches everywhere. There's beautiful viewpoints. So I can see why they increased the price, and it's totally worth it.
Man, it is very refreshing to come up here on a hot day. So as we were exploring along the mountain trails up here, we found this place with the playground for Aaliyah and a place to grab a beer. So it's hot outside, it's beautiful, and we are really enjoying today.
Okay, so we found the area where they did bobsledding in 1984, and it is so cool. It's made out of concrete, and you can just like walk all over the place on it. This is really neat. You can actually see bullet holes here, and it's just signs of the siege that took place here. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, jump and bend your knee. Okay. We really enjoyed exploring Trebević. It is a really large area, so you can easily spend several hours here if you want to go hiking. It's also easy to get lost, so make sure that you have Google Maps ready. And if you come here, make sure that you stop by and read all the informational posts. You'll learn a lot.
It was just really interesting to realize that this is part of the area that they used to siege Sarajevo itself. So it's a very beautiful place to come to, but also a sobering place. So this morning, we're going to explore the walking street with the old city, as well as a few other things. Let's get going and check those out. One cool thing about Sarajevo that we didn't know is this is where east meets west. As you walk along the walking street here, you actually go from the European side into the old Ottoman Empire side. They have an exact line in the walking street where the two sides meet, and it feels like you step into a different country.
The Old Town area is so beautiful. It feels like you're walking through a Beauty and the Beast scene. They have lots of little shops here, like tons of shops, cafes, restaurants. What we've noticed is that if you come here before 10 a.m., almost nothing is open. There might be a few coffee shops here and there that are open, but there aren't really any breakfast places. So that's just something to keep in mind. They have a lot of Turkish delight shops, which look really beautiful. However, a lot of their delicacies are not freshly made here, so they taste quite stale. So we don't really get desserts from there. but there are tons of bakeries everywhere, ice cream places, and all of those are absolutely delicious and really good prices.
Prices for a variety of delicious pastries, including specialty cakes and baklava, are about 3 to 9 convertible marks, which is about $1 to $5 US. And ice cream is about 3 convertible marks per scoop, which is about $1 US.
This is one of the most famous water fountains in Sarajevo, and it's said that if you drink out of it, then you're destined to come back. That's the legend. But we see a lot of pigeons around here, so I'm not gonna risk it. This is why I won't drink out of this fountain. It cannot be healthy.
Oh my gosh, I love this alley. There are so many alleys like this, and they're just so beautiful to walk through. I just want to buy all these teapots. If we weren't traveling for so long, I would probably buy a few things here.
What the heck? They open and they're magnets. Look, I'm pouring it into this one, and that one.
So this is the famous brewery in Sarajevo. It's actually the only brewery that has survived 2 different empires. It originally started in the Ottoman Empire and then continued through the Austro-Hungarian Empire. One of the most amazing things about this building is it was actually built on a natural spring. This was one of the only places in the city when Sarajevo was under siege that you could get clean drinking water. Unfortunately, because there were a lot of civilians and it was a brutal war, a lot of people also lost their lives while waiting in line for water here.
Sarajevo is a beautiful city. It has its own unique charm with European-style buildings, Ottoman-style buildings, and also remnants of its communist past. We feel that when we go traveling somewhere, it's really important to actually learn about the places we go to, read about the history, how things came to be the way they are today. And this is one of those cities that when you read about its history, it does make you feel uncomfortable because of the brutal war that happened actually quite recently within the last 30 years.
There are many other historic sites and museums throughout downtown Sarajevo, and you can even book private walking tours for a more hands-on approach to learning. Prices range from $80 to $150 US or more, depending on the type and length of tour. We personally didn't do any tours while here, but we did walk past a few group and private tours, and based on what we were able to eavesdrop, it seems like you can learn just as much information on your own using the free version of Copilot and ChatGPT, so that's what we did.
At the end of the walking street on the European side is the Eternal Flame, and it remembers the fallen from World War II. And it's very famous here in Sarajevo. So you'll see a lot of people coming here and taking pictures, and it's definitely worth coming down here to see.
After a full morning of exploring and learning, we came back to the Old Town for lunch.
We found a really unique little restaurant right in the Old Town area. There's neon lights all over the place and lanterns hanging from the trees. It's really beautiful, very unique, and the food looks amazing. The prices seem to be reasonable for an Old Town area. It's like 20 to 50 marks, and that is about $10 to $25 or euros per meal. So, I mean, for an Old Town area, it's pretty reasonable. So we got a traditional Bosnian breakfast. It's very similar to Turkish breakfast in the sense that there's a lot of various different types of food here. This is a dish that has red pepper, onion, I think there's some egg in there as well, and it's all cooked together. It's really good. There's some cold cuts. This here is called halva. It's a sweet sesame seed paste. This is another red pepper and eggplant dish. It's got like a smoky flavor with the red pepper. It's absolutely delicious. These are kind of like a deep fried bread. Also really good.
I've had these before. These are absolutely amazing with the jams over here.
Then we headed over to the indoor portion of the Ottoman era bazaar, which is very similar to the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul.
It's nice to walk through here and look at things, but really this is just a big souvenir area. You can find better things in the modern shopping centers.
But it is worth visiting because, I mean, you're in Sarajevo, so you have to go to the main bazaar. It's a little cooler on a hot day, so that's also nice.
We do actually have to do some shopping. Aaliyah really badly needs some new shoes. We weren't able to find anything in the Old Town. There are shoe stores there, but they're all brand name, and the cheapest we could find was 50 euros for a pair of sandals for a 7-year-old. We didn't feel that was reasonable, so hopefully we can find something in the mall here.
We decided to come to the mall. It's not something that we normally do, but we figured, hey, why not? We're in Sarajevo, so let's go check out this mall.
Oh my goodness, it is 36 degrees Celsius outside. We were dying, we were cooking. So hot, and coming in here is so nice because of the air conditioning. Well, we've been through all 5 levels of this mall. Things are expensive here. These are like European prices. We found one store that has much more reasonable prices, so we'll hopefully be able to find something here. Success! For 80 marks, we were able to find a pair of shoes for Alia and 2 shirts for me and a pair of shorts. Whereas at other stores, 80 marks or over 80 marks was for just 1 pair of kids' shoes. If you're looking for good prices, De Facto is a great shop.
Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to go to Mniecka Canyon. It's about a 10-minute walk from the old town, and it's supposed to be a beautiful little nature walk. Along the way, we should get to walk through some tunnels and see hopefully some rock climbers. The valley is named Ambassador's Lane because this is where all the ambassadors who come to Bosnia also plant a tree.
It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and it's already almost 30 degrees Celsius today, so it is hot and humid. It's a bit smoky today too, so you're gonna notice that in our footage today. There's a fire near Sarajevo, so that's why there's all the smoke.
This trail is only 10 minutes from the old town, so very easy to access. Also, I think there's an old Ottoman bridge, the last one standing over the river. So come on, let's go check this out.
Look at this, we found a trail that goes right along the river and it's not paved, it's just a nature walk, like a little hike. It's nice and flat and it's supposed to end in a picnic area. We didn't bring any food with us, but we're gonna go check it out. Well, that was a super short walk. We found the picnic area right here. It was totally secluded the entire time. There wasn't a single other person on this trail. So if you want to pack some food with you, this is the perfect place to go. It is super peaceful. All you hear is the gentle stream.
I have to say, I regret not bringing some snacks because these picnic tables are like the perfect spot to get out of the city and have a little picnic out here right along the river. Man, this place is beautiful.
We have a surprise for you, Alia.
Okay.
Are you ready to see it?
Do you know that?
Run. Did you?
We found this really cool playground, super clean, really nice, right in the middle of the mountains with an amazing view. Also, check this out. You can see the white fortress up there. Can you see it? There we go. Where is it? Oh wow, this is hard to do. There it is. You can see the white fortress up there. We have no idea how to get up there, so hopefully we can figure that out, and we're gonna try to make it there today.
We didn't end up making it to the White Fortress, but we did go well past Ambassador's Lane. Next on this route, we ran into Dariva climbing spot, which is one of the most popular climbing spots in Sarajevo.
These cliffs here are huge, and apparently people go rock climbing.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any rock climbers.
So we just arrived at the Goat Bridge. It's Ottoman era bridge built in the 15th century, and it's the last original remaining bridge from the Ottoman era. This bridge was built in the 1500s and is built out of white marble. They actually don't know who made it. They just know about when it was made. So we decided to continue past Goat Bridge and up the other side. I believe there's a little tunnel that we could check out along our way. We actually love getting off the main path. That's when we tend to have a lot more fun, is when we get off the main path, go beyond where everybody else goes, and explore new things. So we have no idea what we're gonna find up here, but let's go check it out.
Well, Steve just made us walk up this very steep hill because supposedly there's a tunnel up here that he really wanted to see, according to Google, but we are not finding any tunnel. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, you know what? I need some food. We didn't eat breakfast and it's like almost noon. I also didn't have my second cup of coffee. Oh, Google is wrong.
Right here. See? Looks like a tunnel to me.
Well, where is that?
So it should be right there.
Well,
We'll just walk a little bit up here just in case it's off.
I see people's houses. It's a very beautiful area. The houses are right on the mountain here.
So it looks like there's a village just up here. Want to see?
Sure, at this point, why not?
They might even have air conditioning.
They might have air conditioning? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Well, we are way off the beaten path now, you guys. Oh.
You're so dramatic.
I'm not dramatic, okay? I need food. I need food and I need coffee.
Coffee.
Some air conditioning and a shower.
Oh my gosh. Poor you. How are you going to do it in Southeast Asia?
I'm joking. A little bit. Look at the view up here, you guys. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Even on a smoky day, it's so beautiful. Do you think it's beautiful, Alia?
Yep.
Yeah? You're enjoying this?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, people walk up this every day. Good grief. Apparently, the village is this way. Steve is hoping that there's going to be some sort of restaurant there. We'll see. Look at these ladies staring at us like, who the heck are these people? Why are they here? She's offering us water from the hose. Should we? I don't see anything up here, man. That's probably why that lady was offering us water from the hose. Because she's like, there's nothing up here. These crazy people. It's going to be one of those tourists that have to be rescued.
Sorry, Maggie.
This is pretty cool. I mean, look at this view. These people have it made up here. We actually made it to above the White Fortress. That's how steep these hills are, you guys. I was not joking. I was not dying for no reason. Look at this. It's so beautiful. My gosh, Steve was right. I guess he can't still read a map. There is a market there. Praise the Lord. Thank you, God. I can't wait to do this. That feels good. We got some water and some fruit. We're taking a short break, and then I think we're gonna head back because we really have no idea where the heck we even are. By the way, guys, there was no tunnel. There was no tunnel. Don't listen to Google. There is no tunnel here, okay?
Actually, the tunnel saga continued.
So I'd call that a success. We hiked way up here, found a couple of different markets. One of them was not that great, so we just walked a few minutes further along this beautiful cemetery here and found another one. I have to recommend these chips. They're like a feta cheese flavor. When you come to Bosnia, you have to try them. They are so good.
Now that we've got a little bit of calories in us and some more cold water, the world is a beautiful place again.
Exactly.
It really is very beautiful up here. Just make sure you bring some food with you, okay?
And water.
And water, because it is a steep climb, and especially if you come here in the summertime, it's really stinking hot.
But it's so cool walking through like the little mountain villages. It's totally different than the city. And it's along one of the walking paths. So it's actually fairly easy to get to, other than you have to climb a giant hill. But
A few.
A few. It's a unique view of Bosnia that you don't get inside the city.
The walkways around here are very well marked, clear signage, and it's in Bosnian and English, which is great. And apparently, if you keep going up the street that we were on, you can hike up that way all the way up to Trebevic mountain. It takes about 5 hours, so we are not doing that. But if you wanted to do that, you totally could. Apparently, there is a tunnel, you guys. This is where we came from, the steep hill. And there's a green path down this way, and the tunnel is right here. So we didn't even have to climb all the way up into the village looking for this tunnel, but I am really glad we did because it turned out to be a really peaceful, beautiful experience. So let's check this out. Oh my goodness, it's huge. It is really cool. Wow, it feels like we've just stepped into air conditioning right now. Oh my gosh, it's so cool in here. This is wonderful. And it's actually clean. Oftentimes these tunnels and abandoned homes are full of trash and smell bad, but this is actually very clean. Okay, here's the opening to the tunnel. It goes into what used to be probably a path.
This used to be a road.
Oh, Steve says this used to be a road.
Those are stinging nettles.
There's what? Stinging nettles? Oh dear. Okay, let's go.
We tried to look up some information on the history of this tunnel, but unfortunately we weren't able to find any information at all whatsoever. So for now, its creation and purpose remains a mystery. If you know anything about it, let us know in the comments.
Right now, we're heading back to our Airbnb. We're gonna rest for a little while, and if the weather is good, we plan to go watch the sunset at a park, so we'll see how that works.
And unfortunately, the weather was not good.
So I just came out to grab dinner for me and the family, and I was gonna show you guys the best place that we found for Durum in the city, but unfortunately it's closed today. I'll show you the outside of the shop. Today is our last day in the city, so I'm super bummed about that, but you guys have to try this place out. I actually walked past several other shops that sell this because this place is by far the best, and it's really close to the walking street, so really accessible. Highly recommend that you guys try this place out. The food is excellent. Well guys, we were going to head up to the Yellow Fortress to end the video, but unfortunately there's thunder and lightning storms and rain all day today, so it's probably not gonna happen. We absolutely loved Sarajevo. This is a city that we will definitely be coming back to. Lots to do, very affordable, beautiful city. You guys gotta come here. And with that, we'll see you on the next stop.